loyalty to a sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we gon' make salute. Anytime where you there, it no matter. Anytime where you be, it no matter. Anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we putting up stronger one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. Where breeze not a shame. TTP Talking Points platform. Then they give you information about salute.
Yes, family, and welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohamed Kagbo, and today is the 8th of September 2021. In the program, we get three main issues where we get for contract for address, and you get the opportunity for send you text message and contribute to the program. And also, if you're on YouTube, you can get opportunity for watch this program through the YouTube channel when at TTP Leone. The first thing first, we're in the program, now the massive condemnation of the ECOWAS, including Salon. Salon don't join other ECOWAS countries them for condemn the coup na Guinea. And secondly, we also understand say Cameroon don't get a bill. And popular musician, Ambassador DENERO indirectly warned the military of any hanky-panky, any sort of negativity where will lead to instability, where one probably copy the example of what take place in Guinea. But first, my family, let me start with the first thing first. I know a lot of people that don't watch this on social media. We don't see the impact where the coup make na Guinea. And this now a sort of a revolution. The Guineans then they welcome the coup. Now that make most of the time African leaders they forget say power not to forever, power not to everything. 100 years not to forever. Whenever you get the opportunity for rule, try for rule genuinely for the interest of the country. Because out of millions of people, and now you go choose, now you the people and choose for you will there. Therefore, you get for be just. I mean, if you look at all what this guy do, Alpha Conde, starting from the time where be a professor, talk about I mean, like again, a lot of experience, a lot of respect internationally, locally, as a change agent, somebody where they agitate for the ordinary people for the suffering of Guinean, for good governance, for democratic principles, for institutions and for work well. But let you say no more like when he say what am not to God. When this man came, he tested power, it turned against the very people. But they asked me past all. I see the same ECOWAS where they see the way this guy mess up the country. A country will flop with bauxite, iron ore, one of the largest exporter of iron ore and bauxite in the world. That country, the people are not able, just like Salon, they live below even $1 per day. But as if all that's not enough, when this guy go 2 times, you get the opportunity, come into a presidency for from 2010, he ruled 2 times. He go ahead and change the constitution, nothing no come up behind it. The ECOWAS community no blame her. But now, when the military come out, they overthrown this very man where want kill people, kill the democracy finally, because like he changed the thing and like 3rd time, he wants to done forever. I mean, and you know, just have it kill a lot of people for Leone within our power. Now, you see the hypocrisy now. The ECOWAS, the post statement, and we own country when a salon, where our officers have we get any much for talk about. We have joined for police statements say we condemn the coup. I mean, so these are if you look what's in this very guy do for Salon, this Alpha Conde. When the election came, he closed the border per Salon. Even accused Sierra Leone of we meddling in the political affairs of Guinea. As a result, he closed the border, knowing fully well, see, we depend solely or extremely heavily on Guinea for services. The president get for travel for go Guinea, President Bio before ever then get an understanding for let them open the border. So I mean, I don't feel say we owe any sort of like obligation and sort of any for partake or even make a statement where from what you under from Professor David Francis, the foreign minister, make a statement, say Salon Day in line with ECOWAS policy, the statement with the issue, say they condemn the coup and they want a constitutional backup. In other words, the military for restore the government back into power, which I know for sure is very, very unlikely. I mean, we get a lot of issues for address our country, and even when you look at within, we see the manner in which we political leaders then when I mean they try to forget, see people and they watch them. When you get into power, it's not about you alone. Millions of people and they watch your behavior, your action, every little thing from what you talk and from what you do. We even see when these current governments come, what they do. There's a start with the line of tribalism. Sack people learn unnecessarily from statistics, from NRA, from Wataki, anywhere. Some people are sacked them for no good reason. Well, this same thing happened in Guinea, where this Alpha Conde take and say, "Na papa in property, what you do?" All of the senior military full of Brazil, na Guinea, he demotes them. What you do? Now he promotes in your own tribal people. And even this guy with this Colonel Doumbouya, now from your own tribe. So he feels so secure. This guy trained, he was a French trained soldier. He pulled him from Guinea and from France for can add one special unit for protect the president, because in tribesmen he believes say he will protect him to in death, not knowing say no things that don't change. No, I mean if we already think the country first, we not put tribal, we not look at regional, we not look at political party, maybe the situation will be much more better. I mean, like we're not try for make things worse here. We need to pray for let this thing happen in our country, but this is a wake-up call to we leaders and make them pay attention on every little thing they do. People are not forgetting they watch. Then they watch. Now, before we go further, let us see some of the developments that take place in Guinea after the coup. I mean, the military Brazil, they really want to gain political recognition. They want to get the backing of the society and a popular coup anyway. Popular coup, but they need more. Now, what them go? Then go even prison. Then free some of the political prisoners. They will be there na different parts of the country. People will be protest against Alpha Conde, where Alpha Conde hold them put in a prison. Take a look at this.
Freed from Conakry's central prison, these former detainees are greeted by Guinean soldiers who've come to release them. 2 days after taking power, the junta on Tuesday began making good on its promise to release political prisoners.
Je suis le dernier prisonnier de la dictature et je suis heureux de sortir avec tous les autres prisonniers. C'est cela et je remercie tout un chacun.
On ne peut pas continuer à priver les gens de leur liberté et que le pays puisse aller comme ça. Aujourd'hui, les militaires sont venus libérer le pays.
These opponents of ousted President Alpha Conde are the first to be freed on a list of 79 prisoners. Most were jailed during last year's protest movement against his third term in office, which they said was unconstitutional.
Je n'ai une haine contre personne. Au contraire, nous demandons à l'ensemble du peuple de Guinée d'être unis.
And uniting Guinea is exactly what the military junta has promised to do. Its leaders have announced the opening of a national consultation to hammer out the details of the political transition. Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya, the country's new strongman, said a government of national unity would be in charge of the handover of power. The announcement was welcomed by the main opposition leader, Cellou Dalein Diallo, who called for a rapid return to constitutional order.
La première mission pour moi, c'est d'accompagner le pays pour qu'il sorte de cette période d'exception par l'organisation d'élections libres et transparentes et pour effectivement remettre des institutions en place, des institutions crédibles et légitimes parce qu'issues de la volonté du peuple souverain.
The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, is to meet on Wednesday for an extraordinary summit to discuss the crisis.
All right, Famulen, that not be just a short development we don't take place, and we follow and we go bring Cantona as how the things and they unfold. This is not the situation right now in Guinea, and the main opposition, Cellular Dalion, instead of don't talk, instead don't talk tough, supports the coup, which means this is not a popular coup. This is not a wake-up call for we salute, because we see the manner in which we political leaders in the debate. We see of recent time the killings in a different part of the world, of the country. Now, Makeni, we see the killing. We see the killing in Awatalo for just probably political gain, or because I get the power, or because I get the military, or because I get the police. Power not forever, not transitory. Anything can happen. So this then a lesson, but. We fear a little bit, because we know the sub-region they at stake. Whenever incident like this take place, we for worry a little bit, because we not go on any kind of thing like this up in our country. So long we don't go too much. We don't go through it enough. We don't want anything. So that even when people are not happy with this current regime, the best we can do as a nation, now for 2023, then we make decision at the ballot box. That are the best can happen for we. But again, this wake-up call for leaders, for say, Lord, we forget, Lord, we avoid tribalism. Okay, they help in the Kego country. And I'm not like soldier man. To be honest, for let them rule a country, because I know what they do. They are not trained to rule. They are not administrators. These are people then training is very different. But however, in circumstances like this, what would not say somebody don't turn tyrant? He is no longer listen to the people, they betray the people, they betray even the constitution, wake out on the power. Then I believe say the coup, now see what they for celebrates. Now for it happened in our own country. 1992, when things don't come worse, President Julius Maada Bio, Strasser and company, they overthrew Mama, because people have been tired, and IB happened. It was a welcome revolutionary coup. People in Komon and jubilate, then welcome. It was so beautiful. Why? Because people need change. The same thing happened in Guinea. This is one of the most accepted coup by all political actors na Guinea, where actually they welcome this particular coup, because they need a change, they need something. They don't have with this guy. The guy is 83 years old, for God's sake. If you're not a selfish person, after 2 years, 2 term, you don't rule 2 term, give away. You live as a statesman. You see, don't make from people and still respect ex-president Koroma, because ex-president Koroma instead forbid the thing, it forbid the same thing. Because within your cabinet, within your own cabal, it began people will be the pump on for third term. And I'm telling you, if you get the support, and if you be used the third time, if you're able to succeed for user. But we know say for sure the country for destabilize. That for sure. Like what's happening again. So now, let we forget about this topic, because this topic they unfold. Well, they bring account on us small as we get up. The next one they talk about Camarimba. We don't know. Maybe now because of the incident in Guinea, people in this gone to, we see the bashing, the lamenting, the way people they talk, they criticize the government about, handling of opposition. Camarimba was accused of maltreating or sexual penetration to one small Pekin, where now underage, according to the law of Sierra Leone, are crime. We not there for support anything. Any big man where don't pass it, where they tamper with Pekin, where they below 18 years, not crime. But we look at the situation, we look at the condition, we look at the caliber, we look at the person where they're in charge. Camarimba was a known figure in the country, now a presidential candidate. Meaning that this person, he qualifies for like gets a bill. There are different way governments can hola. The judiciary can hola. They can see passport, like what they do long grant and bail with the same conditions, and then we seize him passport for letting go. So why 14 good months this person did not prison? Because Cameroon Baby they give the government hard time, tough time. Maybe they put them on the tool. And one thing where people and they forget, or probably the government they forget, opposition is not an enemy to the states. Opposition are part of the government. Anybody will know how made them criticize her. Not going to politics. And anybody will know how made them criticize and a person when they go, criticism for be part of your life. You and me, we allow criticism because now out of criticism, now you will know your fault and grow. Especially constructive criticism, genuine criticism. And where I know say the political parties there, now they role, the opposition, now they role for point out some of the things that where the government now they do. But this is a government where they don't want criticism. The slightest provocation in the act, even for go take machine, they kill for that. Even Chrisman look like blacker, then bitter just because of what he criticized the government. This is bad. All right, family, not just a from 98.1. The some of the conditions that will surround Kamarimba with and grant and bail. We'll come back to the next agenda.
Over the weekend, rumor may reach social media which say the 2018 presidential candidate for the Alliance Democratic Party ADP, Mohamed Kamarema Mansare, don't die. This rumor they make plenty people be raise concern, and this may make Radio Democracy call the institution where they're in charge of the correctional center for no but this issue. But during that same day, nobody know me able to give information, but the rumor for know if not true or fake. Tuesday, September 7, 2021, Mohamed Kamarema Mansare and Marion Aruni, the alleged sexual penetration case, been come back na court around 3 o'clock afternoon. But as soon as the clerk called this case, I been take me time and turn around for look for Mohamed Kamarema Mansare, and I been see 2 prison officers them all and by inside, and they work as small, kinda the dock, who say all accused people lit him up. Na court, where Mohamed Kamarema Mansare be appear, he been wear white polo, black trousers and socks, black coal cap, and self been wear face masks. Case start, who say one part in lawyer them, Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, been say, my lord, I adopt all the application the way I don't make from where this case begin for bail for Mohamed Kamarema Mansare and Marion Aruni. And say, if Justice Samuel Otelo give bail to Mohamed Kamarema Mansare, he no go jump bail. And Sef say this man in well body one, the worst every day. And Sef get people we ready for team up for him for bail. But before Justice Samuel Otelo respond to lawyer Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, he be asked the state prosecutor, Umu Sumari, if he gets anything for saying. And Umu Sumari been say, he no objects to bail, but say, he hope say if the court give bail to Mohamed Kamarema Mansare, the case no go slow, and Sef be ask the judge for use in power whether he go give bail or not. After this, the judge same way so been say after bail, this case for carry on fast one, and the lawyer them for the accused people them for the come with witness them so that this case go done quick. But according to lawyer Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, it say then he get challenged for pull witness them from upline and bring them free tongue. But say with the bail now, then go do them best for make sure say this case done quick one. With the different statements then from the defense and state prosecutor, Justice Samuel Otelo begin Mohamed Kamarema Mansare 100 million loans bail. Shorty we get host na western area, and the shorty for come with the host in document to the master and registrar, and Mohamed Kamarema Mansare for the report to the master and registrar 3 times per week, and hand over all in traveling documents to the court and other things then. Bail condition for Marion Arunina 100 million loans with 2 shorty we get host na western area, and for come with the documents na court to the master and registrar, and for the reports na court 2 times per week, and self for hand over all in traveling documents and other things then. After we Justice Samuel Otelo don't give bail done, the face of family member them and the accused people them self been the smile. Na lawyer Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, SM Conte, Amadou Kouma, Jem Djengo and other lawyer them been team up for Marion Aruni and Mohamed Kamarema Mansare. And the state prosecutor, na Umu Sumari, and Justice Samuel Otelo don't adjourn this case to September.
All right, Fambule, not only seen that short clip, they finally Kamaremba don't get bail. So you want to ask the question of why them be don't deprive all along? We know say is guilty or not. We're not saying enough for charger. We're not saying enough for trial. In fact, now so the law for say, at least if somebody, they accuse them for can go to court. But the man be qualified for making bail. Whilst he will continue for attending trial, just like what he happy so now. So 14 months, then put on a tight condition simply because he was an opposition leader. It was like tormenting, it was like making the government feel uncomfortable, bringing some arguments, some points there, some things there. I mean, the country they move like we live in a democratic dispensation, democratic environment where we allow dissent, criticism for take place because we need that. We want for low country move because I believe, sir, generally most sincere Sierra Leoneans, we all want to see our country better. That for sure. Anybody when a two Sierra Leoneans will really get the country attack the best if you want the best for your country. Therefore, if you see things and they go right, you go talk, you go criticize, you go talk, you point out things there. And at the thing in there where people and where lack the ability for man, for rule, for deliver, they know what. Like what we say in our country, and this is not just a reminder, wake up call, say no. Justice sector for left and for late be independent. Because if you look at all of the argument them put one and not big, it don't make sense. You know, say within the line, this authority was coming from the above. May make a lot of them they challenge the constitution with 1991 constitution, and if for review, then change it. Because the power of the president is so enormous. The power of the president is too much. The president now continue like a small god, to be honest with you. Not like a small god. The powers of the president is too much. The president gets right for do almost everything other country do because of the constitution. And if once a country move, even though they say they practice democracy, we know they practice now like a hybrid democracy with the practice. Meaning for me, now so me look at a hybrid between the dictatorial and being democratic state. Now then to see our blend, we call ourselves democratic state. Because I mean, most of the time, when they go against the institutions and they know they allow them for me to work on their own. The reason why the West developed faster, the reason why you see the West get a stable, consistent, democratic governance, they move, things they move, now because the institutions and they work. You as a person, they just put you there for man. You don't get the power for just change things arbitrarily or just give order just like that, like what's happening in our country. So, all right, family, let's move small to this and come back to a popular musician, the ambassador Coup DENERO. I mean, of recent time, we see Coup DENERO done the lost track, to be honest. Some of us will be there now. We done it many times. We don't come on program. We don't praise Coup DENERO of the music. We happy even we begin beef. Sarkozy, Khalif, Gav, Jones, and other artists in Africa for at least it creates some kind of attention, which was good. We appreciate that. And Coup DENERO now a legend. To be honest. We don't get nothing for talk against them, but at least for wish and well and support and make sure say the morale is there for like continue for doing in job in work because we believe say the country need the entertainment. Many talented people in the country where if they get the support, the encouragement, the morale booster, they will do better thing for them. For their families, and then even go internationally. And when they go internationally, now the green, white, and blue then they take. Now, Coup DENERO, we all know, say, of recent time, he was appointed by the President Julius Maada Bio. But this was a guy where a lot of people beget so much respect of. And, power, like you say, when man tested power, now they really know the right person will be. Power, the corrupt person. Power the chain person, power the blind person. Even though people, some man will not get power, they talk, they criticize, they oppose. But as soon as they get power, now they know say yes, power is corrupt. Coup DENERO was one of the person where they talk for the people, where they sing for the people. But now because they don't get power, this man, he don't turn spokesperson for the government. I mean, you are not a politician, you are a musician. Pay attention on the musical aspect. Many times we don't advise. Things same way because the position where you get so today, Coup DENERO, now a political appointment. What does this mean? In the next regime, if a new government comes, they can pull it there in no time. Now that make it for try as best as possible, then you behave neutral. I mean, this now with regards to the incident will take place in Guinea, when this the coup take place, DENERO, I mean, people are beginning to make fun. They post some post them, and they say they refer to LAJ for be sort of like the man way go get mine for the similar thing like this way. We condemn it completely. We know that in any form of shape for support anything will destabilize the country. We don't want that at all. So I mean, DENERO, of course, we know the beef between the two guys. Yeah, Komon on social media, begin to put posts, begin to write salon situation different from Guinea, blah blah. I mean, it begins a backlash. The backlash was heavily because if you look at the comments, people are really basher. People really basher, and I feel it's a lesson for them for it reflects and thinks, say, you are an ambassador for entertainment. Focus on entertainment. Leave politics to the politicians. No can tarnish your name. Not tarnish your name. You've been in music for more than 2 decades. Focus on what you know best. Leave politics to the politicians. But if you want mixed matters, these are the results. I mean, by saying there's no comparison. You don't need for him even come and try for president on the do well. I mean, you let the ordinary people speak. How you gonna know if a government they work? Now from the ordinary people. We not say government we not go say government they do everything, but the basic necessities. Let at least 80%, 90% of the population at least they feel some sense of hope. I mean, not for being hopeless. Look at what did happen at the country. Today we see some posts they go on social media. They talk, say the president don't buy Jeep there. And we even see some of them. But the reason why I will not bring camp this yet because I want to select the videos that I will not make a program on this, where each of them Jeep then cost more than $50,000. The president promised the paramount chief them for give them Jeep. Indeed, according to from what we see, or not confirm it, the president don't buy the Jeep, they don't canasalo. Each of the Jeep costs more than $50,000. Look, there's nothing wrong in giving the paramount chief Jeep, but sometimes they can say common sense. The paramount chiefs, they're able to buy them Jeep today for themselves. Look at the subject. Look at the community where the paramount chief they do. Clean water, no they self. So you think they deserve to get $50,000, a number for $50,000 in loans, more than half a billion. That thing they go provide $500 million, at least even if for 200 people, that motoka money will provide green quality, good quality water for them. It will provide basic sanitation, even electricity. Even if they make solar lights, which I said people in the young money they sit on, $500 million loans, that's Buddha them they advise the president. You know, sometimes your enemies, they are not far, they are within. Yeah, we get some text all the kinds. This one come from recent Salon Music, okay, a group. You're 100% correct, bro. You're doing great. All right, you guys keep sending your text and just make it more civil and respectful. Me don't know that he advise the president, because with common sense, with the government, with the hardship now the country, the president they come out back, they pull money, they go buy motorcar for God's sake for paramount chief. Those paramount chief they look their community, it dilapidated, it poverty, they see. Schools are not there, water not there, electricity not there, nothing not there. Where you go barefoot, nothing not there. So in other words, they reward them for performing badly. I mean, wake up, President Bio, you need to wake up. To be honest, the people who they surround you, where they give them bad advice, and they don't like you. Because at the end of the day, posterity go judge you. When you left power, people will never look back. What you don't do. Now, so them go judge you. Not till now. Because now you get the media. You get SLBC. You get AYV, you get other places you can go talk, you defend, blah, blah. But when he left after power, now the time people will know actually if he ruled the country well. The paramount chief there do not deserve absolutely them jeep here. They not deserve $50,000 on jeep. They already get motorcar. Okay, don't say you want buy motorcar for them. Cheap motorcar them day. Where you go look at buy $10,000 motorcar them day. Second-hand motorcar, it's okay. $20,000 motorcar them day. For me, absolutely, I see no point for even give them motorcar because I don't see the service only they do. I don't see it. But this it boils down to politics because the president advises them or the political party, the SLPP thinks if they get the paramount chief there side, they will win the next election. I mean, not fully safe. People in the read now between the line, people in the sea. Saloma not fully again, then they smart. And I know this election, it means a lot for Salome people. If we miss for make the right decision 2023, believe me, we don't go behind back. We don't go behind back. Now, for learn a lesson, for we understand carefully, waiting we want. So Fambula now some of the few things in this we jot down for being cantona, and we will come back and follow up the Coup Guinea, and we'll try to make a program waiting this mean for the sub-region. And again, we'll count another program about ACC boss, about the just concluded Chancellery office now in New York, where we feel say this are miscarriage of justice, miscarriage of even investigation. And now it's shame even to the body of itself, the ACC body entirely, because what we just see now just a repeat pattern of waiting be happening, where them be alleged, say the former, the first lady embezzle money, and the ACC comes say, okay, then we investigate 14 years back. And I end nothing happened again. Now, so it happened back on this new case. But anyway, then we will look out a fresh new program so that when I will see exactly what will take place. So I tell you plenty. Thank you. My name is Mohamed Kambo. If you just join me, this is our Talking Point platform. And don't forget again, if you did on YouTube, you can get this program at TPP Leone. And don't forget for hit the subscribe button and then smash the notification, because you will be among the first person we will be informed whenever we come online and whenever we upload new things. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.